Hello guys, and welcome to another YouTube video from me. Today we will be looking at the evolution of the Formula 1 cars from McLaren. We will be looking at different cars from of the different McLarens, of course, from each year. We'll start with the classic cars in F1 2019. Then we will go on to 2020 and look at these classic cars, and then we will go from each year, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 21, and so on. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. And yeah, we will start with the 1976 McLaren M23D. Yeah, the 1976 McLaren looks a little bit like a go-kart. And I don't actually think he's made for this track because like the downforce and the grip of the car isn't that good, and he just slides around. He's actually behaving like a go-kart. Yeah, but we can see some like a little windshield, which is pretty nice, I think. I don't know, but yeah, the steering wheel has no buttons. Like the 1991 has some buttons on it, but this one has no button. Of course, the gear shifter, and I think that is the year that Niki Lauda was in his crash. Of course, not with this car, but the year was the same. Yeah, and it only has 6 gears, this car, but we can, if we get to a straight, maybe we can look at the top speed. Maybe 250 or 260, not that much. And the corner speed is actually also really bad, but I mean, what do you expect from a car this old? Yeah, maybe some people are really fast with it, but I am definitely not. And I don't really know if James Hunt drove for McLaren at this time, because of course he was the rival of Niki Lauda, so don't know where he drove, but I think it's McLaren, so this could be the car that James Hunt drove against Niki Lauda. Yeah, the exit speed of the corners is so bad, it's like, yeah. But somehow they managed to drive that, and as you see it slides around the corners, just like a go-kart. So yeah, next car. And the next car is the 1982 McLaren MP4 1B. So now the 1982, I think. I don't know, I forgot it. But yeah, 1982 McLaren. The camera is actually pretty bad. Like, I don't know why it's with this car like this. But yeah, you saw that this car looks a little bit like a rectangle, like a little block. Yeah, but they also made some changes. Like they still have this windshield, but it's a little bit smaller. They have a bigger dashboard with some lamps for the fuel and the oil. Yeah, it feels faster, this car. They have bigger tires and it's a little bit wider. Yeah, the sound is, I think, the same. And now they have some buttons on their steering wheel. So they make some progress from the first car that we looked at, the 76 McLaren. Which is pretty nice because this one drives a lot better and has a lot more grip than the one before, and just doesn't slide around the corners like a go-kart. And yeah, I think from the looks they both aren't great. I don't really like them looks wise. Yeah, I mean, for the time it was a pretty good car and a pretty nice car, but compared to different McLarens like the 2008, which is my favorite McLaren, the 2008 and 10, these are my two favorites McLarens. Yeah, they just look way better than this thing. Yeah, but say on to the next car, the 1988 McLaren. So as you can see, the 1988 McLaren on the Silverstone track. Yeah, this video will be interesting to see like of course, the evolution of the looks of these McLarens, but also of the lap times that we can get here on Silverstone. Yeah, this car is really wide, so also looks a little bit weird, but it drives pretty well actually. So I'm interested in what time we can drive here around Silverstone. Yeah, of course, these good sounds of these cars. Mm, yeah, can't take many corners flat out because they don't have that good downforce. They have no DRS. They have nothing. Just pure power. You have to brake it like every corner to don't go off track. But these cars are pretty fun to drive actually, because it's something different than the cars from now. And you see the time, it's pretty bad. I think it's like a current car from 2020 that set a time here, and you see the difference. I know I'm not the best driver, but you can see example like how it is. So the next car is the 1990 McLaren MP4 5B. And what I forgot to mention is that we will drive a lap on Silverstone with each car. So the 1990 McLaren has some visual changes and some changes that you can hear. The engine sounds different. I don't know what exact engine they have, but they have, like, you can see your RPMs now, how high you have them and stuff like that. And they have a little windshield in front, which kind of looks pretty weird. It's like a small halo, but just way too low. But yeah, I think it's like supposed to be a windshield or some kind of windshield. But yeah, the sound actually is really good. Yeah, there's still the gear shifters and the round steering wheel, but we will see soon that it changes. I think 2 cars. But yeah, we can see how the lap time also changes. Maybe we're faster than before. Yeah, I feel faster in this car, but it's still not that good to handle. Like it still doesn't have that much grip than the newer cars. But yeah, it's definitely faster. That's for sure. Yeah, and if you like these kind of videos, you can write me a comment with what car you might want to see it the next time. Maybe a Williams, maybe a Ferrari. Mercedes wouldn't be that good because there are no classic cars from Mercedes, but yeah. So the next car is 1991 McLaren MP4. I also have to tell you that I won't be able to do every year because I don't own a PS3 and can't do F1 2011, 12, and 13. 14 I can do in the 15 game, but yeah, just these 3 games that I won't be able to do. Yeah, thank you for your understanding, but let's continue. So now we're in the 1991 McLaren, which has also some visual changes and sounding changes again. The motor sounds different again, and I think the front wing is a little bit smaller and the tires are closer to the car. And they also removed this windshield, but kept the RPM, yeah, like thingy. It shows you how high you're revving. But yeah, again, I think the car got a little bit faster, so we might see some changes in the lap times again. And I feel like this car has a little bit more grip than the 2 cars before. And Not sure if that's also the car in which Alan Prost and Ayrton Senna raced together and of course crashed multiple times. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's this one or other McLaren that isn't in this game. And yeah, I'm driving around Silverstone because of course McLaren is an English brand, so I thought it would be fitting to drive around a legendary track from F1. So yeah, maybe with the if I do the one with the Ferrari, we could drive around Monza. Because Italian, you get my ideas. And sadly, there are no Mercedes classic cars, because then I would do it with Mercedes for sure. But yeah, that was also the lap with the 1991 McLaren. So the next car is the 1998 McLaren MP4 13. So now we're in the 1998 McLaren. Um, yeah, of course, completely different sound now, and also looks completely different. It's such a thin car, and of course silver and not white and red. And of course with the Mercedes engine and not the Honda engine anymore. And I think it's also the car where Mika Hakkinen made this famous overtake in Spa on Michael Schumacher around the back marker. But yeah, I'm not sure because obviously I wasn't alive at this time. Um, yeah, and I think he also won his championship in his car, but I'm not really sure. But I will look into it after this car maybe. But yeah, amazing Sonic car and way fast, of course. 7 gears now, not just six. Or I think he has 7 gears. I don't know. But yeah, you can take more corners flat out, and you have to brake less. But also like the I don't know how it's called in English actually. The little thingies in the tires. Um, yeah, no clue. But yeah, like how to say it in English, I have no clue. But maybe I have to check on Google. But yeah, you get what I mean. The thingies in the tires. But that was also the lap with the 1998 McLaren around Silverstone. So the next car is of course 2008 McLaren MP4 23, in which Lewis Hamilton won his first championship. So now in the 2008 McLaren, McLaren which Lewis Hamilton won his first championship, but also the year that I was born. So yeah, again some visual changes to the car, like it's more chrome, and of course the big Vodafone sponsor in the front wing, which is absolutely diabolical. I can show it to you real quick. Um, yeah, like just looks crazy. And of course the V8 engine, beautiful sounding car. Um, yeah, still the thingies in the tires, and I think it's a lot faster. Yeah, the times are getting closer to them. I'm actually catching up on the newer cars. Yeah, I can take a lot more corners flat out and without braking, like Cobbs here in the first corner. I took flat out. And this one here, 1S, I can take without braking but just lifting. Yeah, you can see a huge difference. The times are obviously not better than the newer cars, but we're closing the gap. Because with the first one it was like a 9 second gap, and now it's under a second. So there's definitely a huge difference to the first McLaren. Yeah. That's also the lap with the 2008 McLaren. So now the last car in this game, the 2010 McLaren MP4 25. So now the last McLaren in this game in F1 2020, the McLaren from 2010. Of course, the longer nose and longer nose in my opinion, or the front end, and of course the different front wings from the 2010 season. Yeah, visually they didn't change much. Still the silver with the Vodafone sponsor. And yeah, sound is still amazing, but of course we are way faster. Like the gap is getting smaller with every car that we drive. Yeah, the next game is sadly F1 2015 with the 2014 season, of course. But this game is so loud, and I'm really sorry for that game or for what you're about to hear, because you can't hear me. Like you can hear me, but I'm so quiet because the game sounds are way louder than I am. So I'm really sorry about that, and you just have to stick through it until F1 2016. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, and I hope you can understand that, because you can't turn down the audio settings anymore. Yeah, I tried it. Maybe I can fix it in the recording or something, but it's so annoying. But yeah, we'll see each other in the next game. So now the next McLaren, the 2014 McLaren, the MP429, I think. Because in this game you can't look at the cars in the menu like in the other games, so we're just gonna have it to do it like this. So now we are sadly in F1 2015 and 14 season. I hope you can hear me, because I don't. Yeah, the car, you've seen it before in the where I show you the car, or where I've shown you the car. And now we'll just drive a lap, hopefully a quick lap, because I want this game to be over as fast as possible. And yeah, first with DRS, and now I'm not hearing myself right now. Yeah, steering is horrible on controller. I absolutely hate this game. Just downloaded it for this video, but I absolutely despise this game. I paid $2 for it. I'm regretting it every day. I know this $2 could be some chocolate or something, but now I bought this game with it. Yeah. I mean, the cars look nice and everything, but the steering is horrible. Maybe it's better on the steering wheel, but I'm not buying a steering wheel for $400. Not that, not stupid, but yeah, just won't buy it. Yeah, lab is over, thankfully, soon. 2 corners only. And yeah, then we'll see in F1 2015 the other McLaren. So the next car is the 2015 McLaren. So now the 2015 McLaren, it didn't get any quieter, sadly, but I've just checked, you can hear me better than I can, because I can't hear myself. Yeah, now it's again the McLaren with a Honda engine. Yeah, slow ass car, unreliable car. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm getting deaf by every second I'm driving this car. This is the quietest option, and it's so loud. I hate it. I hate this game so much. It's unbelievable. I don't know what they thought about that you can't like mute the cars or the wind noise. It's like hell. Even in my 2015 review of the game, I sound like an idiot. You can't hear me. And now it's probably the same. I'm so ashamed of myself. It's so annoying. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm just finishing this lap, and then we'll move on to 2016, where it got a little bit quieter. So the next car is the 2016 McLaren, and I just realized something that I can't show you F1 22, 23, and 24 because I don't own these games. 23 I got with PS Plus, 24 with EA Play, and 2020 and I never owned, so I have to skip these, which I'm really sorry about, but I hope you understand it. Thank you. So now, welcome to F1 2016. It didn't get any quieter, but yeah, at least the engine sounds good when braking. I really like, I never noticed that, but this actually sounds so good. It's crazy. It's like the video where the 2020 Red Bulls or 2021 Red Bulls and AlphaTauris, when they shift down like these popping sounds. It's so satisfying. I never noticed that. That's crazy. But yeah, I hope I'm better to understand now. Yeah, this car is still absolutely shit. But yeah, somehow Alonso survived it. Yeah, but yeah, we can take more corners flat out now, which is pretty nice. Because then the laps are over faster, which is good. Because then we're onto one of my favorites, F1 2017. Amazing game. I'm so happy about that. Yeah. I don't know how I didn't get penalized for this, for leaving this track. But I don't complain. Yeah. I'll see you in the next game. So now we got the 2017 McLaren Honda. So now we are in a car that the engineers of McLaren had the audacity to call a race car because the car was absolute shit and so slow. But I don't care because we're in a game where I can hear myself again. It's so quiet, it's so beautiful. But yeah, that car, it doesn't just look really bad, it also drives bad. It's really slow in comparison to the other cars. And mind you, it's like it's right now it's 3 a.m. in the morning, uh, where when I'm filming these clips, and then I will cut them together, obviously, which I will do tomorrow. But I'm wasting my sleep for these. Sorry for my language, for these shit cars. These McLarens are so ass. I love McLaren with my whole heart, really. Not Lando Norris, but McLaren. And Oscar Piastri, not Lando Norris. But these cars from 2014 to 2021, I don't know, these cars were absolute ass. It was straight ass. It's like I'm literally wasting my sleep for these cars. But I don't care. As long as I get a YouTube video out, I'm happy. And I like it. I'm doing it like with free will, so it's a little bit on me. But yeah, that was a lap in 2017. So the next McLaren is the 2018 McLaren. So, 2018. Actually not that bad of a car, what speed is about, but still unreliable. Yeah, and almost no sponsors. It looks like a real papaya, just orange. But yeah, first season with a halo, of course, and Alonso's last season in F1 before he came back then, 2021, I think. But yeah, it's still 3 a.m. and I'm still driving McLarens from Silverstone. But I'm actually having fun because it's F1 and it's a YouTube video, and I love making YouTube videos. And yeah, and I hope you enjoy watching this if you're watching this. Yeah, it will probably come out tomorrow or today for you. I don't even know why I'm talking about that, but yeah, the car sounds nice. And I'm hearing myself. My life can't be any better right now. Like, the games are quiet, the cars are alright, and it's really, really relaxing. Like, I'm doing this really often right now, just driving around different tracks in time trial. But yeah, I will see you guys in F1 2019. So the next car is 2019 McLaren. Now the 2019 McLaren, yeah, looks wise, not a bad car. Well, it's not perfect, but it's also not that bad. Yeah, the handling is pretty good with this car, of course. I mean, what do you expect? It's good that it handles that way, because if it wouldn't, then it would be pretty bad for them. But yeah, it sounds also nice. So yeah, it's a really nice look to see the evolution of these cars. Of course, they are missing some, but that's not a problem, I hope. Yeah, you can see how fast this lap is. I don't know what time I'm racing right now, because I don't know how I'm slower than the car before, and I don't think that it's the old car that I drove before. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we're slower then, and we have to be fine with that. Yeah, I think I'm racing I am racing a different car. Right, remember. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So, this lap is also almost over. So I would say on to the next McLaren. So guys, now it's time for the 2020 McLaren. So, now we're in the best F1 game, F1 2020. Maybe not in the best car, but definitely the best game. But yeah, not that bad of a car actually this time. Yeah, but it's also sadly the third last game, because after that it's F1 21 and then 25, because I don't own the other three. And I'm actually really sad about that, because I would love to do it in 22, 3 and 4, but I never bought F1 22, and F1 23 I've got with PS Plus, and I don't have PS Plus right now. And F1 24 is with EA Play, and I don't have EA Play either. So I'm actually really sorry that I don't have these games right now, and that I have to skip so much. And I also don't have the F1 26 DLC. I'm actually feeling so bad right now, because I'm doing this video and I don't even have the resources for it. Yeah, I hope you can understand it, that I don't want to spend even more money, and also on a PS3 to get the 2010, 11 and 12 and 13 games, but trust me, that didn't change that much. But yeah, I hope you can understand that I don't have these games, and still watch and enjoy the videos, and tell me other cars that you maybe want to see us with. So, this time it's the 2021 McLaren. So, now probably one of the best F1 games after F1 2020, F1 2021. The car certainly got better. The car certainly looks better, and it drives better. I'm happy with the improvements. I'm actually proud of McLaren. Yeah, but that game was so good because of the real life season, of course. Yeah, also because of just the game was fun, it was good. It was the last Codemasters game, sadly. Or was it the first EA game? I think it was the first EA game, but I don't really care. After that, EA fucked it all up. But yeah, enjoy this game. I enjoyed this lap with this beautiful papaya. Ignore my driving, please, because I'm not a good driver. With a controller, it's actually pretty hard to steer in this game. Um, yeah, so be gentle with me. I'm trying my best. But yeah, now we're heading into the last F1 game with F1 25. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it this far. And yeah, thank you for watching this far and have fun in the last F1 game. So, and now the last one, the 2025 McLaren. So, now we're in the last F1 game, as I said before. In the last McLaren for this video. Yeah, I actually forgot how good this game was. I've played it, the last time was in December when I got the platinum for it, which was a annoying grind. Yeah, but this car, like, looks are really good of this car, and also the performance is really good. Like, of course, Lando won his championship with this car. Um, yeah, it was a car that was fast. Fast and McLaren in the same sentence is unbelievable. But yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for watching this long or this video. Um, Thank you for the support. I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and leave a like and comment on which car you want to see this the next time, maybe with a Ferrari or Williams. Um, yeah, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this lap. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, so now this lap comes to an end too. And I have to say the sound is also really good of this car. I like the sound really much. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.